Kukharkin, and this is my senior art colloquium presentation. This is a still life oil painting of a cough syrup bottle and spoon that I did in Advanced Art 2, inspired by the song Cough Syrup by Young the Giant. This piece was difficult, but it was fulfilling to finally finish it. The original inspiration for my work was the music artist Dua Lipa. Her album Future Nostalgia led to the beginning of my theme exploration. The title reminded me of retrofuturism, which is an art movement that can be defined as the past vision of the future with elements of pop culture and a playful science fiction aesthetic. The theme for my artwork is chasing a feeling. When you're young, it seems as though you're living life in search of some feeling, even if you don't know what that feeling necessarily is. When we have a brief encounter with this feeling, it elicits a new euphoric pull that draws us to want to feel that way again. One way we can chase this feeling is through music, since songs are satisfying in a way that allows you to get a glimpse of that feeling. With that being said, there is either a playlist or song to go along with most of my pieces. The first project I did was in Photoshop, where I added on to existing album covers over the summer. The first part of my next project was the physical experience of smashing a vase. Then I took 3 photos of the glass shards and water. The meaning behind this piece is that as we look at things more and more, we tend to overthink what we truly see, and it blurs our true perception. For my next project, I created an environment capturing the feeling of being young and on top of the world while being immersed in nature. This piece is called In the Summertime. I combined photos I took, which I then printed, and then combined them in Photoshop. For my next project, I built 3 cube-like sculptures out of CD cases, with each case containing an album cover that I designed myself in Photoshop and printed out on acetate, which is a transparent paper. This piece is called Records, and it is reminiscent of the past and of the future. The CDs represent the past and nostalgia, considering how technology has evolved and we don't use them anymore, while the vivid colors and reflective quality of the CDs add a futuristic aspect. For my next project, I created an abstract piece of what I interpret the song Supercut by Lorde to be in a visual form, using wax on caustic on a board with rice paper and mosaic tiles. In the song, Lorde dreams of an idealized relationship and focuses on how it should be rather than how it truly is, blinded by her imagination and hopefulness, which I channeled into this piece. At this point, my artwork shifted and evolved in many impactful ways. I created a brainstorm board here to literally string all of my new ideas together, leading to art on a larger scale. I was inspired by Pippolotti Reist, who is a Swiss visual artist. Her dreamlike scenes fuse the natural world with the technological sublime. The main piece pictured here on the left is a hanging LED installation called Looking Through Pixel Forest. Her unique creation of environments has inspired me to create my own that are connected to the sense of chasing a feeling when the world is your playground. My next piece is called Rivers and Roads, inspired by the song of the same name by The Head and the Heart. It captures the push and pull that comes with learning to move on and leave people and places behind. It's not necessarily a feeling that we chase, but it's one that finds all of us one way or another. Nature, like people and places, is always evolving too. Change is inevitable, and we have to come to terms with that. For my next project, the process was extensive. I collected tree branches, attached them with wire, and sprayed them with flocking spray, which is fake snow. With Ethan and Zoe's help, we took photos with different colored LED lights. With lots of help from Mr. Hughes, we built wooden frames to layer the 2 prints. This series is called Meet Me at Our Spot. I was inspired by the emotional vulnerability that comes along with the winter season. I wanted this piece to be more vibrant than the other, with the colored image layered on top to represent one side of the complex duality of light and dark. This next piece is the opposite of the first. The black and white image is layered onto the colorful image, creating a more muted look to symbolize the 2 sides to every story. My next piece was a video that's called What Happens at Midnight. Although it's dark, there's light symbolizing the activity that happens on the internet between young people. It's a simple, beautiful, and intimate moment with a mysterious element to it since it happens when no one else is awake.
I ran into a burning room. I did anything going through your heart. Love, don't leave me where you're going. I can't take it. Love, don't lead me back into those places. I said, love, don't lead me back into those places. I know better won't fall back on you. Well, now I'm a little lost in my thoughts, just wishing I could stay to see you out of the dark. But you know, there's no telling where you're gonna go. Yeah, you know, you know, you know.
I wanted my last project to be about closing a chapter in order to open a new one. For many of us, the end of high school marks a significant period of change in our lives. I wanted to capture that feeling in this piece called New Beginnings. The sunset photo marks the end of a journey, while the forest path marks the beginning of a new one. The solid colored prints in between symbolize the transition between these two journeys. Art has made me more aware of the world around me. There are so few things that truly connect us all, so it's easy to feel trapped and isolated in a bubble from the world outside our own, but art as a universal force has the power to bring people together. Art has taught me many lessons and skills I use in my daily life. I've learned how to be patient, which is really difficult, and most importantly, that creation is an adaptive process. Thank you to Ms. LaPola and Mr. Hughes for all your help and support this year. Thank you to my friends and family, and thank you everyone for coming out and listening.